Okay, well, it's still dark out, but the shirt says, I've been up all night wondering where the sun went, and then it dawned on me. But I can't show you the dawn as of yet because it's still dark out. And I do want to tell you, though, that shirt's from Grumpy. He's passed on. Jerry Roberts, shout out to Jerry Roberts. Okay, so Unstoppable is the shorts. Let's get some light on the subject. Unstoppable is the shorts, and it's by Sia, and it's a song that they play on KD 101.3 all the time, and I don't know anything about that band, but I love the song, and it goes with yesterday's shorts, but Patti Smythe from Scandal is way back in '84. So we do have similar songs today, and I'm going to try to put some new ones out. We had Shinedown 365, that was a newer one. Stargazing, Sound and Safe and Sound. There's a few that I have on there that on my playlist that are newer. They're probably still not new. But anyway, we had lots of swords in the shorts, and it's all about truth coming out. It's about we're warriors, we're quantum consciousness. The truth has to come out. We're at the end of this movie. We're bringing in our mission partners. Last night's energy in Astro was very lusty. And the reason I say lusty is because it felt more matrixy than it did five-dimensional and higher. And I don't know really what to make of it, as in what kind of story to tell you, except Astro saying be careful, because Matrix lust and 5D love, sexual sensation is two different things. Okay, exchanging bodily fluids is completely different than changing of energy. I do the energy exchange, not the bodily fluids. Okay, I know that's very hard for a lot of you, because it's just like with any addiction, it's your best friend and you don't want to give it up. You don't want to give up that drug, sex, and rock and roll. All right, well, you can keep rock and roll. How's that? All right, so they're just warning you against that you may be getting some kind of temptations. And if you're already celibate, do not fall. If you're already sober and clean, do not go backwards. Whatever they say, don't do it. You know, it's hard. I know. I was in AA for almost 30 years, so I do understand all this, but don't go backwards. And for those of you that are actively doing these things, there will be consequences. These STDs are very, very prevalent right now. There's just a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. Yesterday, when I said, some of you are saying, oh, well, that's been happening to me forever. And I said, yeah, I get that. But we're going into a period now where it's going to be 100 times worse. So you've already had a temptation. Well, it's going to be 100 times worse. And before I came into my physical avatar this morning, they were explaining to me this. So this temptation that's going to be coming in your future, or is happening to you now, is more like a tower, because it's hard for them to get you any other way. You're getting so unstoppable that it's hard for them to get you. So if they can get you through your addictions or your prior addictions or your future maybe going to get an addiction, they will. I can put it as simple as I put a cheesecake in front of you, and you normally would just take a few bites or eat one slice, and now you eat the whole cheesecake. You just can't stop yourself. Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. That temptation for that sugar or the temptation for that cheesecake got 100-fold. So that's the easiest way to explain it. I suggest complete abstinence on sex, drugs, and alcohol. Food, I usually fast 17 hours a day, and I eat a lot of non-meat food and non-dairy food. I do eat cheese though and yogurt, but each person's body is different. So for me to eat crackers, Snickers, and Doritos is normal for me, where somebody else that might be, oh, that's terrible, okay? And they may eat cheeseburgers and fries, or they may eat seafood salad. Each person's different. My body craves sugar. I'm a hummingbird from Lemuria. If you don't know what that is, you can go to my playlist and look at some of my stuff from Huna. When I was following Huna, he's a dragon rider. Him and his gal were doing those charts, and I got mine done. So I would check out my playlists that say other people's videos, regressions. I would go check out my whole channel. Now, if you're not checking out my channel, you're really missing out on a lot of information. But again, I'm not here to make you do stuff, but I wish you would check out my channel. The other news I'm getting is to go down to more of just one or two on YouTube. I'm down to Steve, the Joker, and me. So there you have it. That's really not very many, but I can do a lot of studying then from their channels. I can listen to videos from last month and all the way up to now and never be bored, because it is timeless. I want to say in that month, some people say readings are timeless forever, because the spirit comes in and gives you exactly what you need at that moment. And I do believe that. So if you listen to one of my videos from 3 years ago, you're getting the message that you need today. Okay? Some people say they just read out for maybe 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. But you can talk to your own spirit guides and you can say, just show me what you want me to see on this channel. But what I'm trying to get at is get down to only about 2 or 3 channels. I'm down to just the Joker, Steve, and Miss Mystic, and that is plenty. Now, with the cards here, I'm going to go ahead and read you some of these cards. We've got really important stuff here. 7 of Swords, that's the truth coming out, and be grateful and be strategic and move forward in the truth. The deceptions, the lies, and the betrayal are what is coming out, okay? You're not being betrayed at the moment, not like, it's mostly you're finding out about past. We had that Marines, okay? My partner had those stickers everywhere because he was Semper Fi Marine for a little while. But I'm mostly thinking not only for our Marines in a physical body, but our Marines in astro is my main concern here. So you are going to have some temptation, though. As I told you, I just got done talking about that. So whatever your vice is, it will get more heavy. But we had the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Look at all of them. All major things. And all with this as the main card. So you're going to have to go deep into your own about this. Move forward in truth. Stay grateful. Stay strategic like the Marines. Okay? Queen of Swords is that leader energy that I'm getting. An excellent communicator is what I'm getting off of that. The Knight of Swords, I'm getting the determination and the action. Get busy. And what are you getting busy with? Being intelligent, logical, and wise. And it says he carries St. Michael's sword of truth. And look at St. Michael's sword of truth. The answer is yes. Truth and only truth. And then on the bottom, it says heightened state of consciousness. And that's back to the quantum energy that I'm talking about. Okay. Now, the next cards out here, we've got Ace of Pentacles after the Ace of Swords. So what's that about? Abundance. And again, it says yes all the way. It says new beginnings, great potential and success. So you see the whole story here. If you stay in truth and you don't let the temptations take over and you don't let anybody pull you backwards, everything's a yes. Everything's a yes. Straightforward. Now, I'm not going to get into this is a new year and April 1st is a new year. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm not going to get into Easter because, for one, I love Jesus. I love the Jesus consciousness, but I no longer celebrate pagan holidays. I no longer celebrate holidays at all. So what does that mean? That means simply that I'm not doing it. So if today's the new year, great. Whatever comes down the pipe doesn't matter to me. If Easter Sunday is the resurrection celebration of Jesus, okay, well, for a long time we've been celebrating this stuff. But why are we giving our energy to the Matrix? Why can't we celebrate this stuff every day? Why can't every day be a new year? Why can't every day be the resurrection of Christ, right? Okay, so I'm going to shuffle all this up and get a new reading. That's basically the shorts. Be unstoppable in your truth. And to thine own self be true. You can fool some of the people some of the time. You can fool all of the people all the time, right? Something like that. But you can't fool you. And you can't fool everybody that's in quantum watching. You never could. It's just that I told you yesterday, we're all getting awake and we're all realizing that The Matrix was just a hologram. It was just a program. And what's funny is I've been watching The Matrix. I told you I watch it on Sci-Fi because a Marvel movie a day keeps the Matrix thinking away. And I love that kind of sci-fi movies. But again, it's not even, it's good, but it's not even half of it. It really isn't. Okay, another ace, Ace of Cups. So we've got new everything, oneness, hearts open, filled with love, certainty. Do what you say and give it away. Charity, time, talents, and things. So that pretty much all goes into the same category of being honest and being truthful, authentic, just being you, filled with love. Go within, the Hermit card, shield yourself, take time making your decisions. Ten of Pentacles, going towards your abundance. And the ending of pain, Ten of Swords. So, you know, I don't want to overdo this message, so I'm going to end up leaving it there. We had a great audience. Great audience. I love you guys. I am Miss Mystic. And thank you for listening.